English is a lingua franca. English is the most popular language among languages spoken by the people in the world. This language is chosen by the native speakers of different languages to communicate among them. Historically, the English dominated many parts of the world. As it was a language of the colonial administration, inhabitants also considered this language important to learn for their necessity. Besides, with the introduction of the formal education system by the British government, English language education opened a door to the foreign language learners. Now English is considered as a lingua franca. Non-English speaking people around the world are communicating in English either as foreign speakers or as second language speakers. English became the language of the global affairs. Varieties of English is a burning issue among the language users. Definition and characteristics of language. Language is a unique behavior of human being. Only a human being can communicate ideas, feelings, desire, and emotions through language. However, language is not a simple behavior. Rather, it is a complex behavior. As a human being uses sound or voice, facial expressions, physical organs, written signs, and symbols to communicate. The combination of all these behavior is language. It is not easy to understand a language by this comment, because all these means cannot be enough for a successful communication always. Many words may not be enough to express the real message, where a single word is enough to communicate the whole matter. Various philosophers, psychiatrists, and linguistics are involved to study the nature of language, and many of them have tried to define language according to their observations. What is language? To reach to an acceptable definition of language, we should go through different definitions of language given by different studies done by various specialists. The earliest definition, as we have found, is the definition of Aristotle. According to Aristotle, language is a combination of articulated voice or speech. It is produced by human beings to exchange any experiences, ideas, and emotions. There are many more definitions of language given by different writers. Some of the definitions are presented here chronologically. Our language is a purely human and non-instinctive method of communicating ideas, emotions, and desires by means of voluntarily produced symbols. Edward Sapir, 1921. According to Leonard Bloomfield, 1933, language is a totality of utterances used in a speech community. A language is a system of arbitrary vocal symbols by means of which a social group cooperates. Bloch and Traeger, 1942. From now on, I will consider a language to be a set, finite or infinite, of sentences, each finite in length and constructed out of a finite set of elements. Noam Chomsky, 1957. Language is behavior which utilizes body parts, the vocal apparatus and the auditory system for oral language, the brachial apparatus, and the visual system for sign language. Such body parts are controlled by none other than the brain for their functions. Fred C.C. Pung, 2005. We can define language as a system of communication using sounds or symbols that enables us to express our feelings, thoughts, ideas, and experiences. Bruce Goldstein, 2008. A language consists of symbols that convey meaning, plus rules for combining those symbols that can be used to generate an infinite variety of messages. Wayne Wheaton, 2007. We can define language as a system of communication using sounds or symbols that enables us to express our feelings, thoughts, ideas, and experiences. Bruce Goldstein, 2008. According to Encyclopedia Britannica, language is a system of conventional spoken or written symbols by means of which human beings, as members of a social group and participants in its culture, communicate. The definitions given above highlight some common points about language. Language is a medium of communication, combination of sounds and symbols, an arbitrary set of words and sentences, oral and written, a system used by a particular speech community of the human being, controlled by natural brain functions. Therefore, language is an arbitrary system of articulated sounds and symbols naturally generated by human beings, out of complex brain function, to communicate with each other either orally or written form in the real-life situations.